Chosen ones are often seen as beacons of light and purpose in our universe, playing an important role in this reality. But sometimes, they can shine so bright that envious people feel the need to target them, usually with ancient rituals, potent spells, and secret covens. Witchcraft has long been a subject shrouded in mystery, intrigue, and fear. Today, we are taking a deep dive into its true nature and the grave consequences that will be experienced by those who target chosen ones with it. But before we get there, we need to learn the truth surrounding chosen ones and the real hidden reason why wielders of witchcraft always attack them first. Why chosen ones are targeted. The concept of chosen ones isn't new. Across various cultures and belief systems, there have always been people believed to be selected by higher powers for special purposes. In Christianity, prophets and apostles are seen as messengers of God's will. In Hinduism, avatars like Krishna and Rama are viewed as divine incarnations sent to guide humanity. Similarly, indigenous traditions often revere shamans and spiritual leaders who possess unique connections to the divine. These individuals, regardless of their cultural or religious background, share a common thread. They are believed to be protectors, healers, and guides entrusted with significant spiritual missions. They are the natural enemies of witches, although, as we'll discover, this isn't as black and white as it seems. Let's tie that in with stories from ancient cultures where witchcraft is used against a chosen one. Let's examine ancient Greek mythology, specifically the story of Medea and Jason. Medea, a powerful sorceress and daughter of King Aedes of Colchis, falls deeply in love with Jason, the leader of the Argonauts. Jason arrives in Colchis on a quest to retrieve the Golden Fleece, a task that seems impossible due to the formidable challenges guarding it. Captivated by Jason's bravery and charisma, Medea uses her formidable magical powers to help him. She provides him with potions and advice that enable him to yoke fire-breathing bulls, sow dragon's teeth, and overcome the sleepless dragon that guards the fleece. Medea's assistance is crucial to Jason's success. With her help, he secures the Golden Fleece, and they escape together, eventually marrying and having children. However, their relationship begins to unravel when they settle in Corinth. Jason, seeking to elevate his status and secure a more advantageous position, decides to marry Glauce, the daughter of King Creon. This betrayal devastates Medea, who feels abandoned and humiliated after sacrificing everything for Jason. Medea's heartbreak soon transforms into a powerful and consuming rage. In a tragic and vengeful response, she uses her sorcery to enact a series of terrible retributions. First, she sends a poisoned robe and crown to Glauce, which ignites into flames upon contact, killing her and Creon, who tries to save his daughter. This act of vengeance is horrifying, but Medea's retaliation does not stop there. In an unthinkable move, she kills her own children, aiming to leave Jason utterly broken and devoid of legacy. As a witch, despite having great powers to help, Medea was consumed by her emotions and ended up doing more harm than good. This story is echoed in the realm of modern spirituality. Practitioners of the occult often speak of the law of threefold return, a principle found in Wiccan beliefs, which suggests that whatever energy a person puts out into the world, whether positive or negative, will return to them threefold. This law underscores the importance of intention and ethical responsibility in the practice of magic. When harmful spells are cast against chosen ones, the negative energy doesn't merely dissipate. It returns to the sender with amplified force, potentially disrupting their life and spiritual path. The teachings of karma in Hinduism and Buddhism also echo this sentiment. Karma refers to the principle of cause and effect, where a person's actions determine their future experiences. Engaging in malevolent acts, such as casting harmful spells, generates negative karma, which ultimately manifests as suffering and obstacles in one's life. For those targeting chosen ones, the karmic repercussions can be particularly severe. These individuals are often under the protection of divine forces, and any attempt to harm them disrupts the natural order, leading to significant karmic debt for the perpetrator. This is also because of the concept of the interconnectedness of all things, a recurring theme in various spiritual traditions. Quantum physics, too, suggests that we are all part of a vast interconnected web of energy. When harmful actions are directed at individuals with high spiritual significance, the ripples of negativity spread far and wide, affecting not just the sender but the broader energetic field. This interconnectedness means that the repercussions of such actions are far-reaching, impacting the sender, the target, and the collective consciousness. An illustrative parable from the Buddhist tradition highlights this idea. There's the story of Angulimala, a ruthless bandit who terrorizes villages and even attempts to kill the Buddha. But he's unable to harm him despite his strength and ferocity. Instead, the encounter leads to Angulimala's spiritual awakening and redemption. The Buddha's divine protection and Angulimala's ultimate transformation illustrate that attempts to harm the spiritually chosen can lead to profound lessons and the eventual downfall of the aggressor. That's a big part of the secret we'll be getting into today. How chosen ones can actually help attacking witches overcome their dark desires. But before we get there, let's examine this from the point of view of modern psychology without esotericism. Studies on the power of malevolent intention and thought reveal that our minds are potent tools capable of influencing our reality. Negative intentions, such as those involved in harmful witchcraft, can create psychological and emotional turmoil for the sender. This turmoil often manifests as guilt, anxiety, and fear, leading to a deteriorating mental state. When these intentions are directed against the chosen one, the psychological backlash can be even more intense due to the spiritual forces at play. How do chosen ones protect themselves against witchcraft? While it can indeed affect the sender negatively, that doesn't mean the chosen one is completely immune to its effects. Protection from witchcraft is essential. Here's a secret technique used only by experts in spiritual warfare to safeguard themselves. Adept chosen ones use a mirror box, which stands out as a powerful and symbolic tool for deflecting and neutralizing harmful spells and energies. This practice, rooted in ancient traditions, embodies the principle of reflection and the natural law of cause and effect. The concept of a mirror box is both simple and profound. Essentially, it is a physical box lined with mirrors on the inside. When a person is under spiritual attack, the harmful energies are symbolically captured inside the box. The mirrors reflect these energies back to their source, preventing them from affecting the intended target. In Wicca, for example, mirrors are often used in rituals for protection and deflection. They are seen as barriers that can turn negative energies back to where they originated. A mirror box operates on the same principle but in a more concentrated and potent manner. The mirrors within the box create a closed loop, ensuring that the malevolent energies are not only deflected but amplified as they bounce around, ultimately returning to the sender with increased intensity. But the use of mirrors for protection is not confined to Wiccan practices alone. In Feng Shui, an ancient Chinese practice focused on harmonizing individuals with their surrounding environment, mirrors are strategically placed to reflect and neutralize negative energies. The Bagua mirror, for instance, is a powerful tool used to protect homes and individuals from harmful influences. This concept can be applied in personal protection rituals, where a mirror box serves as a personal bagua, safeguarding the individual's spiritual space. Beyond the mirror box, other protective measures can be employed by chosen ones to guard against stronger witchcraft. The most obvious one would be prayer. However, another such method is the creation of a spiritual shield through visualization and intention. This technique involves meditating and visualizing a shield of light surrounding oneself. This shield acts as a barrier, preventing negative energies from penetrating while allowing positive energies to flow freely. The color of the light can vary depending on the desired effect. White light for general protection, blue light for calm and peace, or gold light for divine connection and strength. But no protection is as simple and effective as the use of salt. Salt has been regarded as a purifying and protective agent in various cultures throughout history. In many spiritual traditions, salt is used to cleanse spaces, objects, and individuals from negative energies. Creating a circle of salt around oneself or sprinkling salt at entry points of a home can form a protective barrier against spiritual attacks. This simple yet effective method is grounded in the belief that salt absorbs and neutralizes harmful energies, rendering them powerless. Crystals also play a significant role in protection against witchcraft. Certain crystals are known for their protective properties and can be worn as jewelry, carried in a pocket, or placed in living spaces. Black tourmaline, for instance, is renowned for its ability to absorb and repel negative energies. Amethyst provides a protective shield while also enhancing spiritual awareness. Clear quartz can be programmed with protective intentions, amplifying its efficacy. By keeping these crystals close, chosen ones can create a constant protective field around them. Incorporating prayer and invocation into one's protective practices can also be highly effective. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the power of calling upon higher beings, angels, or deities for protection. Reciting specific prayers, mantras, or affirmations can invoke divine protection, creating a strong spiritual defense. For example, in Christianity, the prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel is often recited for protection against evil forces. In Hinduism, invoking the protective aspects of deities like Durga or Hanuman can offer powerful spiritual support. But if you're too busy to engage in any of these practices, then you'd probably prefer a more passive type of protection. That's where maintaining a high vibrational state comes in. Negative energies and witchcraft are less likely to affect individuals who vibrate at a higher frequency. If your vibrational state is high enough, you might not even need to worry about any of these things. Visualization techniques are powerful tools for this purpose. One effective method is to meditate and visualize a protective bubble of light surrounding your body. This light can be white, representing purity and divine protection, or any color that resonates with you. As you strengthen this visualization, imagine the light growing more intense and impenetrable, forming a barrier that prevents any negative energy from reaching you. Practices such as regular meditation, engaging in activities that bring joy, and surrounding oneself with positive influences can also elevate one's vibration. This not only strengthens the individual's natural protective field, but also aligns them more closely with divine energies, enhancing their resilience against spiritual attacks. Now, all of these techniques are effective on their own, but there's one in particular that stands out due to being the most time-consuming but also the most effective: the creation of a sacred space. This can be done by cleansing your environment of negative energies and establishing a safe, spiritually charged area. One common method for cleansing is smudging, which involves burning sacred herbs such as sage, cedar, or Palo Santo. The smoke from these herbs is believed to purify the air, dispelling negative energies and creating a protective barrier. As you move through your space with the smudge stick, focus on your intention of protection and purification, visualizing the smoke as a shield against any malevolent forces. Finally, community and support are vital in maintaining protection. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who share your spiritual values and practices can provide a strong network of support. Engaging in group rituals, sharing protective techniques, and offering mutual support can amplify your collective protective energy. In times of spiritual attack, having a community to lean on can make a significant difference in maintaining your strength and resilience. What dreadful fate befalls a witch who attacks a chosen one with witchcraft? The fate of witches engaging in harmful witchcraft can weaken the perpetrator's spiritual power over time. They may find their abilities diminished or completely eradicated, leaving them vulnerable and powerless. This loss of power is often seen as a direct consequence of misusing their spiritual gifts. The psychological and emotional consequences of attacking chosen ones with witchcraft can be severe. Guilt, fear, and paranoia often plague those who have committed such acts. They may become haunted by the very energies they sought to control, leading to insomnia, anxiety, and deep emotional turmoil. This inner torment is a reflection of the spiritual imbalance they have created through their actions. The entities they called upon for aid are now silent, offering no comfort or resolution. Panic grips them as they realize the specter they summoned to haunt you now shadows their every move. In their attempt to offer you as a sacrifice, they've unwittingly offered themselves. They are now forced to confront your spiritual strength and its divine source, recognizing you as a force of divinity, unwavering and transformative. Despite their efforts to undermine you, they watch, perhaps obsessively, as you navigate life's challenges, not just surviving but thriving through your public and private affirmations. They realize you see through their deception and malevolence. Your heightened spiritual gifts have exposed their schemes and amplified your ability to condemn them. They now face the chilling truth that you hold the power to judge them, a power already manifesting in tangible consequences. Their desperation grows as their once trusted allies turn a deaf ear to their pleas. The deities and demons they relied on remain indifferent to their plight. It's a bitter realization for them, knowing the forces they thought were on their side have abandoned them. They now live in constant fear, haunted by the uncertainty of who will be the next target of their own creation. But what's important is not that the witch is absolutely destroyed by their dark rituals backfiring, but that the chosen one forgives them for their envy. While the consequences of attacking chosen ones with witchcraft are severe, there is always an opportunity for redemption and healing. Forgiving those who have attacked them through witchcraft is not just an act of benevolence, but a powerful step towards personal liberation and spiritual growth for the chosen ones. It requires a profound shift in perspective, moving beyond the immediate pain and injustice inflicted toward a broader understanding of cosmic balance and compassion. There's no magic more powerful than the magic of forgiveness. Those who realize the error of their ways can seek forgiveness and make amends. This process often involves acknowledging the harm caused and taking full responsibility for one's actions. It requires a deep and honest reflection on the consequences of their behavior. The role of forgiveness, sincere repentance follows, involving seeking forgiveness from those harmed and making a commitment to change. This may include engaging in acts of kindness and service to counteract the negative karma generated. Many traditions offer rituals and practices for spiritual cleansing and purification to remove the negative energies accumulated through harmful actions and restore spiritual balance. Turning to spiritual leaders, healers, or mentors for guidance plays a crucial role in navigating the path of redemption. These guides can offer valuable insights and help align actions with higher spiritual principles. For the chosen ones who have been attacked, forgiveness can play a crucial role in the healing process. By choosing to forgive, they release the negative energy associated with the harm done to them, creating a space for healing and positive growth. Forgiveness does not mean condoning the actions, but rather freeing oneself from the burden of resentment and anger. Forgiving an attack, but let's be realistic. First, forgiving someone who has caused you harm, especially in a context as intense as feeling attacked by a witch, is challenging. Few people would be okay empathizing with an enemy, but the light within chosen ones is such that they're capable of forgiving even worse things than this. Start by acknowledging and accepting your emotions. Anger, fear, sadness, or betrayal. Recognize that these feelings are valid. Try to understand the motives behind the actions, not to condone them but to gain insight. Reflect on how holding on to resentment affects your well-being, often causing you more harm than the initial offense. In many spiritual traditions, Forgiveness is viewed as a transformative practice that heals not only the individual but also the collective consciousness. By releasing resentment and anger, chosen ones reclaim their inner peace and prevent the negative energies from perpetuating cycles of harm. This act aligns with the principle of karma, where positive actions sow seeds of positivity and healing. The journey towards forgiveness often begins with acknowledging the pain and trauma caused by the attack. It involves recognizing that holding on to grievances only perpetuates suffering and hinders personal growth. Instead, choosing forgiveness allows chosen ones to reclaim their power and refuse to be defined by victimhood. Philosophically, forgiveness resonates with the concept of universal interconnectedness, acknowledging that every action has ripple effects across the web of existence. By forgiving, chosen ones contribute to restoring harmony, not just within themselves but within the broader cosmic order. Parables and stories across cultures often illustrate the transformative power of forgiveness. They depict individuals who, despite enduring great injustices, choose compassion over retaliation. These narratives emphasize that forgiveness is not a weakness but a profound strength that transcends ego and empowers the spirit. Furthermore, forgiveness is a practice that extends beyond personal healing. It sets an example for others and promotes a culture of empathy and reconciliation. By demonstrating forgiveness, chosen ones inspire others to embrace forgiveness as a pathway to healing and inner peace. Perform a forgiveness ritual, such as writing down your feelings and burning the paper to symbolize letting go, or visualizing the release of negative energy while meditating. Seek support from someone you trust to lighten the emotional burden and gain new perspectives. Forgive yourself for any negative feelings you've held on to, recognizing that it's okay to have felt hurt and that you're taking steps to heal. Moving forward with forgiveness also involves setting boundaries and practicing self-care. It does not mean forgetting or condoning the harm done, but rather choosing not to let it define one's future. It requires a commitment to personal well-being and resilience, nurturing a mindset of compassion towards oneself and others. Choosing this role isn't easy. It reflects a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings and a commitment to healing, not just themselves but the world around them. As they navigate this path of forgiveness, chosen ones embody the wisdom that true liberation comes from letting go of grievances and embracing the transformative power of compassion. Remember, the light within you is powerful, and with the right practices and intentions, you can safeguard your spiritual well-being and thrive in your spiritual journey.